folks. How are you doing? So up early this morning, need to go down to Fresno and check on a couple of things. We have a couple of projects coming right up to completion. Want to make sure we can try to get a walkthrough and share with you all what a pride of ownership rental looks like before tenants move in and we sell them to a new landlord. Also looking at 4 additional properties that we are looking to potentially acquire, which would be a couple of 3 bedrooms and actually some 1 bedroom, 1 bath houses. I actually like small houses. People seem to move in, they seem to stay a long time. So when I get the opportunity to buy one, we do. So that's what we're doing today. Should be a good time. As far as the news goes, a couple of things. First off, for those who saw the video about the Bay Area prices, I appreciate some of the articles you have sent me, and one of them caught my attention. Talked about Santa Rosa uh, being the city with the second largest price drops. As far as quantity, right behind Baltimore was #1. In all fairness, the only difference between Baltimore and Santa Rosa, at least on the price front, is Baltimore's average price was about 160 grand, and Santa Rosa was 635 grand. So the Bay Area is unaffordable. Going back to the video from yesterday, and if the tech stocks and RSUs and consumer, Bay Area confidence takes the hit I see coming, 2020 is going to be painful. The WeWork IPO, sort of on again, off again, see what's going to happen. I read an article this morning at about 5:30 that talked about SoftBank, the largest investor, asking them to shelve the IPO and wait for better days, basically. Then I see an article right before I hit go live that says the roadshow is in full swing and could start as soon as this week or next. So um, what that tells me actually is, and I don't know this, but this is what that whole drama, because I've probably read a dozen articles about it now, is I think they need the money. I think this is their window and they want to take a shot to raise it. Because if you go back and you read some of the other articles, Sam Zell talked about, the whole subletting business leading to bankruptcy. Anybody who's tried it since 1957 or something like that. So I think they're taking their shot. Jim Cramer came out and I think sent a tweet yesterday. Doesn't like the bounce off the August kind of gyrations. And when Jim Cramer, who I call a perma bull, right, buy, right, I used to watch him religiously, 15, 20 years ago. He, when he says overbought, that makes me nervous. So it's interesting that he would tweet that. And then the last thing is Apple. They have their I don't know what you call it, announcements event today. I read an article that they're hoping that the iPhone cycle, the refresh cycle, could lead to potentially 200 million iPhones. That's just crazy. Much of that in China, by the way. I just wonder. For me, it's going to tell me if the consumer is in trouble or not, right? The iPhone, a new iPhone, is a want, not a need, for most folks, and it's going to tell me very quickly, if the consumer is in trouble or not. Because again, what I'm trying to do is try to figure out where the consumer's head's at, right? Where are they on their scale of greed versus fear? Because that will impact owner occupants, and then owner occupants impact investors, and the cycle continues. So that's what I will be looking at today. It will be fun to watch. Uh, but again, heading down to Fresno, looking at some projects that are finishing up before tenants move in and the properties are sold, and then looking at 4 properties potentially close on and add to the machine of creating, turning slumlord into pride of ownership. So should be a wonderful day. I hope you have a great day, and of course, have fun and take care.